Oh my God! Fishies! November! It's November the 8th today, folks. Look at that fish, that's 30 pounds. I love it. Fishies! Fish on! Get the boat out, don't put it away! Come and get some!
That was something special to share that moment with my wife too, so it was pretty cool. Kind of a case of giants. That's the actual lure that fish was caught on. It's not the biggest swim bait I've ever used. It's one of the biggest fish I've ever caught on it. So the section of the kind of cases we're talking about is basically Hampton to Moncton. And behind Darling's Island, it's known for multiple species, big giant pickerel, smallmouth, white perch, massive schools of yellow perch, panfish, humongous stripers when everybody else is sitting at home drinking whiskey or toddies next to a fire or out freezing and catching giants. A little special at the end of it, some sturgeon. Right now as we speak, so we'll get her started. Put the clicker.
All right, what do you?
We'll start off with the smaller of the fish. I've caught out there over the last few years. This was in 2014 when Pam and I really started to target these things in late October, November. Are you out there with duck hunters? Yes, you are. The guys out there hunting ducks, hunting geese. So you got to be aware of that, obviously. The duck hunters don't mind you being there. 90% of the guys actually want you to come by in their boat because you jump the ducks. They will not shoot at you. I've never had a problem with them. The guys are usually really good. Asking how the fish is going, you ask how the duck hunt is going, they mind if you come through, they have no problem doing it. That particular fish came off an 11-inch. This is an 18, but an 11-inch femlay eel trolling in about 22 feet of water, trolling at 4.5 miles an hour. The next one was about half hour later. Here's my lovely wife with her very first striper ever. That come off an 18-inch, because that's the only lure she'll throw for stripers. An 18-inch femlay eel. Believe it, dollars, toss your line overboard, tighten your line up, set the rod down, kick back, turn the radio on. All of a sudden, you're going to see your line completely buckle over, which is rare, or it's just going to go barely move. Pick the rod up, feel the weight, he pulls back, set the hook sideways. You're going to be in there with 25 to 30 other boats. Everybody's going to clap for you when you put that fish in the boat. Everybody gets along. There's nobody yelling and screaming, nobody running over anchor lines, nobody running over line. It's the first trip of the season. Everybody's anxious to get out, right? We were there last weekend. There was 25 boats and 15 kayaks and a stretch of river from here to the end of the parking lot. There's a collage of some of the best moments I've had out on the river. This one here in the top right corner, that was the second fish from the day up on the top left corner. A 2-fish day on the Kennebecasis River with fish over 30 pounds is a fantastic day. Except for when you run into 6 inches of water with a dude in your boat. That was funny. If you do decide to run, and if you have a boat, because it's pretty much inaccessible by shore, it's pretty much a boat fishery. Wouldn't you agree, Scott? There is some shore spots, but most of it's private land, and some guys got a little bit disrespectful with the land, so the landowners don't like people down there anymore, which is fine, it's their land. There's 2 different areas you can launch. You can launch in Hampton. It's a nice launch facility. It's a bit of a steep ramp, a little bit of parking. Follow the tree line all the way down. If you got GPS, if you put in Sturgeon Alley, it literally comes up on a map chip. And then most guys will launch at Meehan's Cove. If you launch at Meehan's Cove, lots of parking. It's a lit boat ramp, so if you come back in the dark, it's well lit. You're not out there with flashlights trying to load your boat up. most important, if you launch at Meehan's Cove, follow your buoys. It looks great. You come off the boat ramp, wide open water. Don't fool yourself. There used to be a bridge that ran from Perry Point over to the mainland from the Kingston Peninsula, and those rock bridges are still there. So you need to run up, hit that straight off the boat ramp. You'll find the first buoy in about 60 feet of water. You'll make that right-hand turn and follow your buoys. They do hide the buoys around grassy islands. Don't make that mistake, i.e. me and Martin. Follow your buoys, take your time. You're going to run tight to shore for the first little bit. It's 20 feet of water. If you go 6 feet that way, that looks like wide open water, it's 6 inches. So follow your buoys, make your way up, find the grass lines, find the drops, spend a day just putting back and forth looking for those 20-foot pockets. Fish the edges with, swim baits, big jigs, troll the jerk baits. You're going to hear guys talk about the gazebo. They're going to hear guys talk about the mixing bowl. You're going to hear guys talk about Sturgeon Alley. What's another one? The Osprey's Nest is a big one. You'll find all that stuff because it's not a very big body of water. It's fun. If you got kids with you in August and September and they're getting bored trolling around looking for a giant striper, the white perch fishery at the tip of Darling's Island with a couple of gobs of worms and some spinners or a bobber, you could fill a live well and go home and have fish tacos for a month. It's a great area to fish. It's beautiful. Otters. We've seen 4 muskrats the other day already coming up. Ospreys, eagles. It's a great spot to go visit. I highly suggest you check it out. Other than that, I kind of ran through this pretty quick, but I really don't know when to shut my mouth, so any questions at all? It doesn't have to be about stripers. No, because that section of the river's fairly shallow. But his question was, do I run a cannonball or a downrigger when I'm trolling for stripers? I do not. You don't need to. This bait here, that'll run down to 15 feet.